Greetings and welcome to Pearls of Wisdom. I have a reading for you today about the dark moon. And again, this is when the moon and the sun are in conjunction, meaning you do not see the moon. It's dark out there. And this has nothing like most people talk about new moon. The new moon is the third day after the dark moon, when we see the new moon, the crescent of the new moon coming up. Just this again to remind you that I really work with the star constellations, which has nothing to do with Western and tropical astrology. So I share the screen with you now so you can see the chart. As you can see, we have quite a cluster here. And this is really quite something, because you can see this all together. And it is a very special energy. One other reason is, like, when we go for the world horoscope here, 3/4 of the chart are empty. There's nothing. It's just nothing there. And this quarter that all the planets are is actually about spirituality. So the first quadrant that we have here is about personal evolution, is how we see the world, we interpret the world, we communicate with the world. And the second quadrant is more like, here is family, here is the creativity also, and work part, and here. And this part here, the DC that starts in Scorpio, is about partnership, transformation, moving beyond the boundaries. And this is very interesting when you look at the 9th house as Sagittarius. When you look at the symbol, is an arrow penetrating a horizontal line. And that means that we go beyond the mundane, linear life. And that's why it's also called the house of the priests. The original Latin word for priest is pontifex, which is a bridge builder. So this is the moment when we go through the transformation, we build ourselves afterwards, the bridge from the personality to the divine. And then here we have the goal here that we have with Pluto, and it's on just the 1st degree of Capricorn. And this is very significant, because Capricorn, as the last earth sign, is where we die. Then we have the AC starting in Taurus. So in Taurus, we plant seed. That's how we express ourselves. We create, we plant seeds. And the goal of this chart is here with Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, that I said just before. Scorpio is the transformation before we step further into the divine, into the connection again with the divine. And this is important to understand, that this is not the divine outside of you, but that is the divine within you. And I maybe also repeat myself, but it's very important also, especially when new people are listening, that the divine is never outside of ourselves. This is within. We have that divine life energy within us that we are born with from the first day on. And that's also why I say sometimes we don't need to open and close anything, talk chakras. We have the divine within, and nobody can steal our energy. Nobody can do anything with our energy, and the energy itself is neutral and is within us. So actually, that will be the step forward into that divine energy, and let go of all the dogma, the brainwash, to die and be reborn again. And then we have here the 10th house, which is the goal of this chart, in a way, where we go. The 11th house, and this is where all the crowd is. This is the beyond. So the moment when you leave your physical body, what people call die, we just leave the body, but we don't cease to exist. That means I still exist I still am. I am that I am, and it doesn't matter if I have a body or not. So that moving beyond, now in this time, we still can do that within our physical body, but on the higher consciousness level, like to give you a sample, for example, in a very deep meditation, you can transcend that consciousness of the human body and move with your consciousness beyond. And that will be, see, here we have the most cluster of the planets. And then the 12th house would be, this is like the place where we let go of everything, where we forget and get ready for a new incarnation, to be new again, to come into a new life. But this is not just about our third dimensional human experience. This can also happen on other levels. But the moment we move with our consciousness to higher levels, we won't forget anymore who we are. We won't forget what we know. And we can recall everything, every experience we've ever had at any time we want to. So, okay, we start here with AC Taurus. What we are doing right now is we start manifest. Actually, the birth has been already here. Do you see the birth areas is in 12th house? The expansion into a new spiritual consciousness has already happened. And a lot of people are now in this waking process that you can really see in the world, that so many people are standing up now to manifest the new earth. Now, what you're doing in this time, when we have the sun and the moon in conjunction, and that means the sun and the moon are together, you can say that's the lovemaking of yin and yang, is the conception of something new. So we can use this energy to go into a meditation and to start to visualize the world that we want, so we can manifest it. Like, for all those awakening souls who can see now and help to manifest a world that people live in peace, live in harmony, are connected back to nature, that our food is clean and good, and our medicine is energy medicine, natural medicine, and there is no harmful substances anymore that will slow down our life energy or even diminish it faster than it was supposed to. But one thing that is really important is that you take back your power and you take back your energy. If you don't do that, other people, they will do with you what they want. But you have to be able to manifest something, to move forward. You have to start to manifest it from inside out. It is not happening from outside in. As long as you accept other people's visions of life, it's not your own. And one thing is also that is important to understand here is that you cannot really know anything what is so-called second-hand experience. So if somebody tell you that she or he has experienced this or that, or you believe it because you read it in a book or whatever, this is not your experience. This is not your universe. You create your life, your personal universe and cosmos every time you think and every time you project something. So it is up to you to take that power back and understand deep inside that the simple fact that you exist shows that you have some divine energy within you, which is your life energy. Otherwise, you would not be able to exist. And it has nothing to do with energies outside of you. Now, we want to look here closer. So the goal is here to transform. So what we now create, the energy that we create, which is not activated anywhere here, is the first planet that actually comes up here is Pluto. And Pluto, that transformation. And I like very much the symbol of Pluto, even it's really should have another name, because in Scorpio actually are two signs. The 13th sign is hidden in Scorpio. And this is the transformation. You can see this is an outer planet. So we can see the moon here holding the sun above the cross. So we can say this is the fertile womb ready to manifest, ready to give birth to something new. So the first part of Scorpio will be the going down and the transformation, the dying aspect that is here. See here, that little line here shows where the second part starts. So the first is like the stepping down into that underworld, or whatever you want to call it, and let go of all the things that are not us, that is not really who I am, what I am as a divine being. And there is a lot we have to let go, and this is especially programs and belief systems, indoctrination, and so on. And then once this is all gone, we go through that transformation of rebirth. And the rebirth here in Capricorn means that what is happening now is that all that what was built up first, what was the experience of human being in a very low consciousness level, will have to die and be reborn again. And this is very much aligned with the concept of, when you think about it, where we are going. And this is also why I say the timelines are splitting. And it's not just that we go forward in one or two timelines, and some go to heaven, some go to hell. You know, this is not how it works. But there are many, many different timelines. And each person, depending on their consciousness level, will move on to their timeline where they resonate to. So this is the goal. This is where we go. And now what we have to let go here also, the goal is to let go that part of the male energy that was ruling the earth for thousands of years, you know. When you look back, the female energy, and I'm not talking about woman and man, I'm talking about energies. The female energy has been suppressed a lot. And here, Venus, the female energy in Aquarius, in both, like here we have the 11th house. So this is the transition, and this is what has to be balanced. The male energy that has been dominant in the world, like also you can just say the word war, that says it all. And that is the negative effect of Mars. And I'm not saying energy is bad. I'm just saying it was lived in a different way, and it was not balanced with the female wisdom. So we can say energy, strength without wisdom is not a very good combination. And that's what we can see in the world in the moment. So what is happening here, that we are called to see, I mentioned before meditation. Meditation is like we open up our consciousness to the divine within. And Venus, you see, there's no input here. This is the circle, the consciousness, and the cross. And this is also why the creative part, creation, that Venus is working on every part, is from within and not from without. So this is the inner, our inner creative aspect, the female creative aspect, that needs to be activated by Mars so that it gives it the energy to move forward. So the old picture of energy that is violent, that is not in harmony with Venus, has to die so that Venus can rise again in the spiritual sense. Saturn is the planet that guarantees that it's gonna happen. And then we have a Sun-Moon conjunction in Aquarius, as you can see here on the side, the elements. And this is the opening of our human being to a spiritual concept, to a spiritual consciousness, which will lead us that our human body, which our human personality, which is mostly represented by Mercury, and now together with Neptune in Pisces anyway, will have to dissolve all the old parts of what it was to be healed here, Chiron healed. And it's also with the node, so we can say that the whole world can be healed. And that is what we are working on in the moment, on the healing and the balancing. Healing is always connected with balance. When something in our body is wrong, when there is a so-called illness or disease, there is always on one side too much, on another side not enough. So the energy flow is out of balance. So what we have to do to get healthy again, we have to balance that, to bring that together so the energies can flow again in harmony. And this will lead us afterwards here also in 12. See the moving through that horizontal line that I explained in the beginning. Sagittarius is in 9th house. The symbol of Sagittarius, the arrow that penetrates the horizontal line, that makes us to the priest or priestess, the so-called pontifex. So the step is that we are becoming the pontifex, that we are connected to the divine within. That is Uranus, is the ruler of Aquarius. That is, see here, very interesting symbol. We have the consciousness symbol of the sun with an arrow. So we can say the sun is our consciousness here on earth, with the arrow is the upper consciousness. It's kind of, I often call it the connecting with the upstairs team. So connecting with the divine within. And all this is happening here in the last quadrant, the spiritual evolution that is going on. And that here, down here, the Cancer in the IC and the Capricorn in the MC, this axis will help people to feel it. You cannot think about it. You cannot do it with your mind. This is something that is happening with your feeling. And this is the Sun and Moon conjunction that we have here in Aquarius that will help you. Once you step out of the belief systems and the dogma that is out there in the world, once you consciously have the if you want to do it, you can. It is like, it is my intention to step out of all my programs. It is my intention to move beyond all the old programming. Just start maybe with that sense. It is my intention to, and then go into a meditation. And I don't say you have to sit still. You can do a walking meditation, a swimming meditation, whatever you want to do, wherever you feel comfortable, wherever you feel connected with nature, feel connected with the divine. Do whatever you like. Don't let anybody tell you what you have to do. Do it what you want. And now this will help you to transform. Now see, this transformation is going to happen. And this is what you see in the world. All that what was hidden before is coming to the surface, and it's coming fast. And I tell you that with, especially with Taurus, on AC, you will see things now manifest. You will see things manifest much more than ever before. And you will also see, and this is somewhere in the air already, like when we have the aspect of dying and being reborn here, that you see physical death from people who also have stood on the stage of the world, or some that are actually dead long time ago, but some puppets are still playing them as standing on the stage. So be very careful to discriminate what is happening, because it is very significant, and the energy that we have in a moment will bring changes, and it will bring changes very fast. And I share quickly another image with you that you can see very beautifully the stars. You see here this Jupiter. This is an image from the sky, and here is the cluster of all the other planets here. And this is so beautiful. When you look, you won't see it in the sky because it's dark moon. When the sun and the moon are together in conjunction, you don't see it. But I love this picture. It's very beautiful, how it is in the moment shown with all these planets together. See Mercury, Sun, Moon, Saturn, Venus, Mars, Pluto. You cannot see here. I don't see it. Here's Uranus, Jupiter. Where is Pluto? Should be a little bit further down, but I have made the picture probably too small, so this is not yet written here. Okay, so get ready for action. When we have Taurus at the AC of a horoscope, you will see physical action. Get ready for that, and please try to keep your peace, your inner peace. Always, maybe it helps. I do that in the evening when I go to bed. I consciously go into a meditation and go to sleep in a meditation, and you can ask for protection, for guidance, ask for dreams that will guide you, ask for information that when you wake up in the morning that you know. And again, I cannot stress that enough. Ask, tell me what I need to know, because you don't know what you don't know, and what's coming we don't know. We have not experienced that ever before. This is completely new. So ask your upstairs team, whatever you call it, your guides, your angels. Tell me what I need to know. Please guide me and protect me. And if you do that, you ask, and then they are allowed to help you. Remember, we are living on a planet of free will, and if we don't ask, they are not allowed to help you. They are not allowed to guide you. They are not allowed anything unless you ask. I hope that helps you to understand better the time quality we're in now. And I have started to do most days a little mini reading with the Dakini and other cards, other oracles that I use. So you can sign up on my blog. You can also sign up for free or for a cup of coffee per month. And you will be notified of a little mini reading, pointing out the quality of time of that special day. You can find the URL for my blog site below in the description. And I look forward to see you again in my next reading. Bye for now.